Well, this was an interesting look on humanity. A Wind Named Amnesia is a novel that was published in 1983 and written by Hideyuki Kiguchi. It was made into an animated movie by Madhouse and was released in Japan on December 22nd, 1990, and brought to North America in 1994. I am finding some conflicting dates, so it could have been as early as 1993. Now, please just keep in mind I haven't read the book, so I'll be judging this as its own thing and not as an adaptation. A wind blows over the world that results in people forgetting everything, including how to be civilized. However, through a series of circumstances, our hero, Wataru, manages to relearn things like how to speak and reason as well as drive, and how to shoot guns. So now Wataru, along with a woman he met, must cross America from LA to New York to discover what has happened, all while being chased by a zombie robot. Well, kind of a zombie robot. More of a mech with artificial intelligence and a dead pilot inside. And they go from place to place, interacting with locals and their problems. The movie wants to explore humanity, and that's where the story starts showing its cracks. It doesn't really do that good of a job going about doing this, and it kind of hurts the pacing. But more on that in a bit. In the meantime, on to the next category. Due to the structure of this movie, there are really only two characters that are worth talking about. The first is Wataru. He, much like the rest of humanity, was caught up in the amnesia wind. However, due to fortunate circumstances, he somehow manages to get a couple of his memories back. Well, at least how to be human. Like the aforementioned speak, drive, and even fire guns. His main goal is to find out what happened to humanity, as well as possibly finding anyone else out there who may be in a similar situation as him. Next we have Sophia. She joins up with Wataru in San Francisco. She sort of works as an opposite view to Wataru, though she never makes him feel like his views are necessarily wrong. Another character I should mention is Johnny. He's the reason Wataru is able to remember how to be human, as he managed to avoid being caught in the wind, by way of being underground through the whole ordeal. There are a few other characters. However, they come and go so quick, there's really not much of a point of going into detail about them. The visuals overall are decent. The best of the visuals are pleasant to look at, but they're nothing outstanding. And as for the worst of them, it's not bad, just kinda lackluster for a movie. It's more TV quality. Again, not bad, just not great. It has a surprisingly varied color palette. You have your drab grays and browns that you would assume to be part of a post-apocalyptic world, but there are plenty of bright colors that help make the world feel more alive. The character designs are good. They're extremely recognizable and never seem to go off model. They have a sorta 80s vibe to them. As for the mechanical design, something I never really thought an anime like this would have. It's pretty nice. It's fairly unique and does stand out amongst the sea of giant robots. So I have some kinda mixed feelings about the dub. The voice actors are decent at acting. However, Wataru has a childlike tone to his voice, which makes some sense seeing as he's understating the world around him, but it does get kinda distracting. Just listen.
Of course, I didn't know what my name was, so Johnny called me Wataru.
Hear what I mean? There's not really much I can say about the music. It's incredibly 80s. It's fine for what it is, but not very memorable. Damned if I could remember it not even 5 minutes after watching. The song that plays during the end credits, True Love, it's a fun and campy smooth jazz track, and I kinda love it. Due to the nature of the movie, I feel as though it should have been a show instead. It's ultimately broken down into segments, with Wataru and Sophia being the only constants as they go from place to place. It feels more episodic in nature, which makes the pacing seem a little off, especially with the first quarter of the movie feeling like it was just backstory. Which could have worked better if, you slowly introduced it with each new episode. Which, honestly, kind of makes me want to see it get a remake. As for the situations our heroes find themselves in, it tries to explore the human condition. And it's not that they say anything bad, they just don't say anything that hasn't been said before or since. So do I recommend it? Well, it's hard to. I mean, it's not bad. It's just not quite good enough for me to go and tell someone they should seek it out, even though it's far from the worst I've ever seen, making it kinda hard to recommend. There's nothing special in it that would give me reason to recommend it. Where something bad might have something that appeals to a particular audience, like the naval battles in Silent Service, it's kinda lackluster. Outside that of a friend already owning it, or you get it in a random grab bag at a convention. Then go ahead and give it a shot, but I wouldn't go out of my way and try to seek it out. Anyways, until next time, have a good life.